At Farms.com Risk Management, we understand that commodity price risk management and sound financial advice are essential in today's volatile crop and swine sectors. Visit our website at www.riskmanagement.farms.com.
Welcome to the Farms.com Weekly Crop Report for March 9th, 2012. This is Michelle Lamarant, Commodity Research Analyst for Farms.com Risk Management. Well, today was a WASDE day. The USDA released their March 2012 WASDE report this morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. The report was viewed by markets as mostly neutral to friendly, especially for soybeans and wheat. There was no big surprises in this report as the USDA made very little changes to the balance sheets. No changes were made to the 11-12 U.S. corn or soybean balance sheets, with corn ending stocks remaining at 801 million bushels, slightly higher than the average analyst expectation of 780 million bushel. Global corn ending stocks were lowered from 125.3 million metric tons to 124.5 million metric tons after the USDA's upward adjustment to domestic feed use and exports. Argentine corn production and exports were left unchanged, while Brazilian corn production and exports were each revised higher by 1 million metric tons. The 11-12 global soybean ending stocks estimate was reduced to 57.3 million metric tons from 60.3 million metric tons last month, close to the average pre-report estimate of 57.8. The USDA lowered Argentine soybean production for the second month in a row, now pegged at 46.5 million metric tons, down from February's estimate of 48. Argentina's export forecast was left unchanged at 8.9 million metric tons. Brazil's production estimate was reduced significantly, now pegged at 68.5 million metric tons, down from 72 million metric tons last month. Brazil's export forecast was also lowered, now estimated at 36.9 million metric tons compared to 37.8 million metric tons last month. On the wheat front, all wheat production, planted acreage, and harvested acreage was left unchanged for the U.S. balance sheet, while the U.S. national average yield was also left unchanged at 43.7. Overall demand was adjusted higher by 20 million bushels from the February estimate as the USDA increased exports to 1,000 million bushel versus last month's estimate of 975 million bushel. Food use was lowered by 5 million bushel, while seed, feed, and industrial use was left unchanged. On a global scale, the USDA lowered U.S. 11-12 ending stocks from 845 million bushel to 825 million bushel due to higher export projections. This was 15 million bushels lower than the 860 million bushel that the market was expecting. 11-12 global wheat beginning stocks were lowered slightly from 200.7 million metric tons to 199.5 million metric tons. Again, the report was considered mostly neutral by markets today, though it was slightly more friendly for the wheat and soybean balance sheets. The USDA cut world inventories of all three major crops, citing poor weather and robust consumption for a decrease in ending stocks. World wheat stocks, now forecasted at 209.6 million metric tons, are no longer a record setter as ending stocks have now slipped below the high set back 12 years ago. That's all for today. Have a nice weekend.